Federal judge has given Enbridge 3 years to shut down parts of the Line 5 pipeline that crosses reservation land in northern Wisconsin. They also ordered the energy company to pay the Bad River Band of Lake Superior, Chippewa more than $5 million for trespassing on their land near Ashland. The tribe argued in U.S. District Court in Madison that the pipeline, which starts in Superior and ends in Michigan, is at immediate risk of being exposed by erosion and rupturing on their land. Tribal leaders say large sections of the nearby riverbank have washed away this year, leaving less than 15 feet between Line 5 and the Bad River. The judge's order said a rupture on tribal land would be a public nuisance, but denied that the threat is imminent. In a statement today, Enbridge officials say they disagree with the court's ruling. Spokespeople added in a 1992 contract between Enbridge and the band agreed to Line 5 operating on their reservation through 2043. Enbridge leaders say they plan to appeal the ruling. We also reached out to the Bad River Band today. We're waiting to hear back.